What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the channel, and today Honkai Impact. So we're gonna continue on chapter 21, and we should be able to finish it today, so yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Please support by liking, commenting below, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And Discord and Twitch is also in the description if you guys want to go join that. I do stream Honkai from time to time, so catch me when I'm streaming. Come through, chill, and chat. And yeah, let's go ahead and finish this chapter. Let's do it. All right. The sun rose above the clouds and kept ascending slowly. Hua reached out her hand for the warm glow. Sunshine flew through her fingers and ran down like a golden waterfall. She tried it over and over before she finally dropped her hand with a childish smile. Tell me about them. I told you already on the way here. We were in a hurry. Hua grinned. So Ado did nothing after he killed me. Right. It was Himiko who awakened the Kiana within the Hersher of the void. Ah, man. Did Himiko die? She fell into the imaginary space. I've never heard of her since. So is this like hope, bro? I mean, she did fall. But I mean, we seen her die though. It's a shame she was an honorable fighter. Oh, even Evil Fool recognized greatness. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like they shouldn't. A part of me wants her to come back, right? But for the story aspect, if she does come back, I think it would ruin her death, and it would ruin like what her death meant to Kiana, right? But like at the same time, I wouldn't mind, but I guess story aspect, it would kind of like diminish what she did. But as for my love for the character, I would want her to come back, but I'm like 50-50 on it, Alright, Hua said casually. But wasn't it my idea to give Himiko the God's Wing battlesuit? If Ado was against this, why didn't he stop her? But then again, when I do think about it, she didn't have much to live anyways, But she didn't putting on that battle suit and pretty much going all out like that. Even before she fought Siren, her life was pretty much like it wasn't that long up until she would have died anyway. So that's why Fuha gave her that antidote, right? But she decided to give it to Kiana, which led to her death. So either way, she didn't even have long to live, so the odds of her coming back is pretty much, very slim. So his purpose was to awaken her Hersher with love. Teresa or Himiko, it made no difference who was to be sacrificed. So after all the twists, everything still went according to his plan. Haha, is he a god? It's almost like he is the master of this world. No, he is more like the writer who decides how the story ends. You forgot how miserable he was 500 years ago. Hua suddenly turned around, her big eyes glittering with the satisfaction of a successful prank. But even he could have guessed my revival. Well, he couldn't have guessed my revival. He knew, and he cured his body. No, he had not even the slightest clue. I wish you were there when I broke him like a bad toy. I've heard the story many times. On the way here, Hua took every opportunity to tell her the humiliating defeat of the great Sixal Overseer. Aha, it can still put a big smile on my face every time I think about this. His innocent eyes were the best part. He merely transferred himself to another backup. That counts as death to me all the same. So if Ado dies, he just transfers his memories to like another body or something? The big smile on Hua's face was replaced by a sullen look. I should have done this long ago.
この先に崩壊の気配がします。私の故郷で暴れるとは、ここが誰の縄張りか分かっていないようですね。せっかく帰ってきたのですし、大掃除でもしましょうか。大巨山でこれほど強い崩壊反応が起
Can't
きた
play
こ
and
とはありま
read
せん
at the
でした。
same time. I'll end up dying.
大掃除はいいアイディアです。いいアイディア。はあ、飽きてしまう。どうすればいい？どこに向かえばいい？
Oh, finally did her special.
このまま引き伸ばすわけにはいきません。
Nice, nice.
外はきれいにしました。
Alright, now that I've swept the place clean. Well, I threw out these words all of a sudden. All of this while I've been running and stalling, but I guess it's time to face the music now. Ho gave the Feng Hongdon shadow a brief smile. How many feathers have I found here? 10? More. Everyone is a copy of me, and they return my power and memories. They brought me close to this world. The break is over. I must become Fuho now. She reached her hand out. Are you ready? You want me to return my power? I want you to become part of me. It's impossible. I know this is hard and I feel sorry. You're a good partner. Sometimes you even feel like a sister to me. It's not what you think. Go on, try it yourself. I'm not going to fight it. You can try to take me in. Hey, your resistance would be pointless. Her hand reached the plume, no resistance, just as the shadow said, but somehow it slipped away. She tried again and got the same result. This plume and her were like water and oil. They naturally repelled each other and couldn't be mixed. Why? Because we're different souls. There was a certain sadness in her voice, and in Hua's ears it sounded more like pity. She hated pity more than anything else. Different souls. You are the past and I'm the present, that's all. Is it that you believe you are more authentic than me, and that you are the only entitled to the Fuha name? Fuha hesitated before she let out what she thought were the cruelest words. Even if you're just a feather, you know I'm right. It's a fact. Fact. The fact is, all other feathers submitted to me as soon as they saw me, and you're the one that's delusional. Your ignorance is keeping you from the reality. You still live in the past and you are haunted by Dr. MEI. Time has changed. We don't have to play Mantis anymore, or Valkyrie. For the first time, we can truly be ourselves. Watch this. It only took a wave of her hand to change the view before them dramatically. Oh, they're going like, oh, thought they was gonna fight. Oh, here we go with the walking. Everything starts here. It most vivid memory of my early years. I should have realized this early. All could be traced back to the very beginning. The thing that attacked Dad must be a zombie. Honkai. My life was corroded by Honkai from long ago, but I didn't face it until the moment I stood here. Okay, interesting. I don't even remember the girl's name, but I remember the scenes clearly because we made our choice here. We chose to fight. Oh yeah. That's the heroic deeds you always talk about. Oh. Ooh.
この程度の脅威なんて眼中にありません。雑魚はいくら来ても問題ではありません。
Nice. So, we're strong now. We're no longer anyone's puppet. We're the master of our own fate. No one can tell us what to do anymore. Man, every time I see Himiko, bruh. I really want to get her weapon for the Godsbane suit. I just recently got her. So, I want to get her a weapon, but I don't know if I gotta wait. She is like what? She's really like an old character at this point. Let me know if is there a way for me to get her a weapon some way? All right, do you remember her? I'll never forget her. or I never forget her.
それなら彼
And
女
you
が
still
どう死んだ
remember
か
the
も
way
覚え
she
てます
died,
よね。
right?
彼女はオー
She
ストラ
turned
リ
into
ア
a
支部で
Hersher
律者になってしまい
at the
ました。
Oceania branch. Ooh.
私たちは
We
彼
tried
女
to
を
save
助
her
けよ
when
う
we
と
found her. She
彼女
didn't
の前
attack me.
にやっ
She
て
said
きま
hello
し
and
た。
smiled to me.
しかし
And then Dr. May
メイ
gave
博
Kevin
士
the
は
order to kill
ケ
her.
ビンに彼女を殺せと命令しました。
Hold on, what? Are they talking about Himiko? Or who are they talking
皮
about?
肉です。
Such irony.
キアナの
Whenever
こ
I
とを
think
考
about
える
Kiana
た
now,
び
our
に
old
隊
captain would
長
float
の
up
ことを
in my
思い出
mind.
す。
Okay,
皮肉です
okay, I got
ね。
confused. Who is she talking about? Is she talking about
誰かが
Himiko?
私の話を聞いてくれていた
Do you
ら、
remember? I never forgot her.
メイ博士が私にチャンスをくれていたら。
Oh, so okay. Do you remember? I never forgot her. Which it is right now. Then you still remember the way she died, right? She turned into a Hersher at Oceania branch. We tried to save her when we found her. She didn't attack me. So, okay, so they are talking about Himiko. It has to be. Back then, if only someone listened to me. If only Dr. May let me
し
try.
かし私
But
た
we
ち
were
は
just
道具で
soldiers
す。
with an order. We
話す
weren't
こと
allowed
は
our
あり
own
ません。
voice. There was nothing we could do. The rage and resentment in her voice shocked the Fanghong Dawn Shadow.
憎いです
Do
か。
you hate Dr. May?
憎い？
No, she died long ago.
メイ
There are
博士は
few
死にま
enough
し
left
た。
from our age. There is
前
no
世
one
代
for
の
me
生
to
き残
hate.
りも悔しいだけです。
Only regret. The more memories I
取り
pick up,
戻
the
す
more
思い出
regret
が多
about
く
my
なればなる。
past.
どうしていつ
Why
も
was I
他
always
人の
obedient
言う
and
なりで。
hesitant? Why did
ど
I
うし
leave
てい
all the
つも優
decisions
柔
to
不断で。
others?
どうして。
Why didn't I fight for my own belief? Yo, let me know in the comments of who she talking about right there.
復帰
But it
た
has
ち
to
とジョ
be
カさんが
Himiko. It couldn't
文
be
明の
Kiana,
発展を
right?
早めようと言い出したとき、予想外の変化が生まれると、
That part kind of
悲劇
confused
が
me.
起こるかもしれないと知りながら、私たちは
We
未来
can't
を予知
predict
で
the
きません。
future. Yo, this
しかし、
domain or whatever this is looks
回
kind
避
of
はで
dope.
きたはず。
But we can take precautions. They were my assistants. I
私をサポー
could
ト
have
するの
rejected
が
their
彼女た
suggestions
ち
and
の仕
maybe there
事。
wouldn't be so many.
そうでしょ？
I love that punch, man. Back then, it was Nua who proposed to make up for her mistakes. I could have forced her to stay away from my return, but I didn't. The rampant Chiyu laid waste to half of the South Seas and many lives were lost. I don't get it. Whenever there's war, there's sacrifice. Why would I value the lives of strangers over my dear friend? Why didn't I put everything aside and rush to the South Seas to take out Chiyu as soon as possible? It was for the greater good. Nonsense. Who decided what greater good was? Dr. May? Look around. What has this greater good brought us? By the time I arrived, Chiyu was already sealed, and only some of his minions were left. Haha, I know how to do it now. Let's go. It took me a couple what, a couple chapters? Or a couple parts? I also regret this deeply. Because you are me and you can feel my pain. See, we can relate to each other. Come on, don't dwell on it. Looking back now, I made more mistakes than I can possibly count. I liked it. I like this chapter. Because this is getting good. Is this the Kipchak Steppe? Yes, 500 years ago, the Six-Soul Crusaders were here. The Fangwandong Shadow looked around. Don't bother. The little pricks are not here. They played no major part in this war anyways. Their faces disgust me. I thought they were one of the mistakes you talked about. So is this like all the regret and pain and like, you know, all the pain that's built up transferred to this Hua? So this is pretty much like the you know, all the bad memories and all that jazz within this Hua, making her, you know, the negative side, I guess you can say. And this is pretty much the, you know, the positive side of Hua, right? Or is this somebody else? Because I remember she said because they had two different souls. So I don't know. Yeah, obviously, but they are part of the reason who I am now. My memory is fading. Is Ling Shang still around? It's been 500 years. Oh, that's a pity. The kid was a real monster. You didn't tell Kevin about her, did you? He knows. Oh, that's why he feels so confident about his Project Stigma. Such a perfect example for him to follow. Oh shit. This is the real war, the actual hell on Earth. The damage caused by Chiyu is nothing compared to the war between two powers, but humans levels no longer matter in the war against Honkai. It doesn't make any sense. Where's Dr. MEI for humanity's well-being? War is an essential step in the development of civilization. It's nature's way. We fight against Honkai because it goes against something. Whatever, you always know what to say. That Teresa? No, that's Callan. Alright. You know what? This girl was the real culprit. She started it all. Callan Kaslana? I spared her life and gave her some free tips before she returned to Europe. Betrayed her church and got executed. Her death kept Otto alive till now. He seized the throne, set Europe ablaze, and then came to mess up Shinzu. Otto should take all the credit for the spread of Honkai in this age. He is responsible for much of our miseries. It seemed about right. That his transformation from a love-struck boy to a heartless crook all started on this day. Yeah. His simpness came the best of him. If we killed Callan and the Otto protected her on that day, everything would be different. Even if you change the past, the present wouldn't be necessarily better. Okay, talking about the past, Shixo took the divine keys from the moths and used them to wage wars. They even invaded Shinzu and left a long trail of blood and fire in their wake. Why was it all allowed to exist? The Crusaders should have been destroyed here and the divine keys should have been returned to us. Oh shit. Oh shit, you don't get staggered, huh? How's she up? Oh damn, what the hell? I can't move. Damn, get punched. That was just good timing. Oh my god. Whoever reached out her hand and crushed the idol standing before Callan effortlessly. See, it's easy. Callan was next, like a candle in the storm. Her fire of life went extinguished in a wink. Stop. Come on, you know these are all fake. It's my fantasy land and I can do whatever the hell I want. You still don't understand after all this? Understand what? Who sneered at the shadow? I understand how much power I have and what responsibilities rest on my shoulders. More importantly, I understand how to make it all happen. Without Dr. MEI, Otto, Kevin, or his world serpent, I, Fua, will deliver humanity from Honkai once and for all. No, I can't allow that. You're so good at ruining my mood. Can't you see you're not who you think you are? Oh, here we go again. Sorry to break it to you, but you are just a tiny puny feather. Stop lying to yourself. Listen, this body doesn't belong to you. You're different, and there are a lot of things that do not add up. Think carefully. Fang Wandong was destroyed, and you only have few plumes. Why are you able to create illusions? Okay, so we already know this is gonna be the Hersher sentience, right? So okay, so that kind of clears my theory. So this is pretty much like a birth of the the Hersher. So this person probably gave rose up somehow, some way, took Fua's form or whatever, and now this Hersher thinks she's Fua, right? Fang was with me for so long that it became muscle memory. No, it requires more to build illusions this strong. Enough. You finally found out. Found out what? Nothing. You're just a feather and you don't get to tell me who I am. A soulless body won't grow consciousness on its own and awaken like you did. Shut up. You're not fighting Honkai. You crippled the Shixel HQ in the World Serpent base. You're enforcing Honkai's will. No matter how hard you try to justify your actions, you brought only one thing: destruction. Because you're a Hersher. Okay, there you go. Hua lowered her head and seemed to ponder what these words meant, but the real Fuha knew she was trying to escape. She was thinking hard of an idea to deny all the accusations. She needed to steer the conversation in her favor. Fuha kept waiting, expecting her to accept the truth and repent. Fuha saw something special in this Hersher. He said, I'm a Hersher. Her test was over. You saw how many Honkai beasts I've slain? I doubt Honkai would ever tolerate such an unfaithful disciple like me. Hershers of this age are different. Joyce, Will, and Kiana are all Hershers fighting against Honkai. True. In that case, does it still matter if I'm a Hersher or not, as long as I'm on humanity's side? What you think doesn't matter, but what you do does. You claim to fight for humanity, but only Honkai benefits. You attack Shixel and World Serpent, the most committed Honkai resistances in the world. AE might be next. I won't attack AE, but I don't trust them. They have Kiana, Bryan, and MEI. All of them are Hershers now. Well, they don't have MEI no more. Not to mention Teresa and Seele, who are also ideal Hersher materials. I suspect it's all a part of Otto's plan. I'll never be Otto's pawn again. You accuse me of being a Hersher, but you have no hard evidence, and you can't prove I'm a valid threat either. Let me ask you this, why are you so sure you're right? You say I'm possessed by the will of Honkai, but look at you, you have no form and your vessel is a Hersher core. Between you and me, I believe you look a lot more like a traitor of humanity. No, I'm not. Well, I can say the same, but what's the point? She suddenly picked up her pitch and tried to act friendly. Look, we're all alone here and I could easily erase you from existence, but I didn't. Why? Because you're my friend, you're a part of me, and I like you. I won't kill you simply because you offended me. She really flipped right there. She looked to Fuwa with the same eagerness with the student expects praises from the teacher. It's only a proof that you don't know who you are. Fuwa said in a soft but firm voice, you spared me, not because of your fondness. You need someone else to support and appreciate you, that's all. Ah, you're impossible. I can't believe we're having this conversation. Oh my gosh. Alright. Hey? Ooh. What's this? Okay. Not an anime short, but you know, it'll do. Okay, that's quick, never mind. It won't do. Kiana and Bryan? Don't get them involved. Relax, I just need a small favor from them. The argument we're having is pointless. We need someone else to decide who is right and who is the real Fuwa. It will be settled soon. Fuwa pointed to the sky. Now that we have two judges, back to now. Oh yeah. So we're back to Kiana and Bryan. Probably next chapter. Okay, chapter 21 is finished. Okay, so chapter 22, me and myself. So I'm guessing we're still gonna have some back and forth with these two Fuhas, or Hersher Fuha and real Fuha, and I think, if I'm to guess, I think next chapter is gonna be a battle between those two to see, I guess who's the real Fuha. And so yeah, so I feel like this chapter is gonna be really good. So yeah, chapter 22, man, we're catching up. You know, 27 is almost there. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and please support the vid by smashing that like button, commenting below, and also subscribing to the channel, you know, if you aren't subscribed yet, you know. So like I said, it's gonna be more Honkai videos. Like I said, we're gonna play through the chapter, we're gonna play to a post Honkai Odyssey, and then go on from there. So yeah, so Discord and Twitch is also in the description if you guys want to go join that, and I will see you guys on the next one. Let's mosey out.